Hey folks, welcome back. Welcome back to the Lived and Learned channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you found this. And if you've been here before, then you already know. This is a space where we can talk about the stuff that actually matters, the life lessons that we've learned. This is the stuff that lights you up on the inside. So, take a breath, get comfortable, because today we're going to talk about something that you were born with, something that may have gotten buried over the years, but I promise you, it's still there. We're talking about your natural genius. Think about a 4-year-old child for a moment. A child who has never met a challenge that she or he didn't believe she or he could conquer. A child whose faith in their own abilities is completely and utterly boundless. That's the way we used to be. Remember when you were a kid, there was nothing that you didn't believe that you could do. I mean, doesn't that sound incredible? That kind of unfiltered confidence, that pure, unshakable belief that I can do this. Well, here's the thing. That child, that's who you used to be. Every single one of us came into this world wired with what I call natural genius. We were built with unique, remarkable abilities. I mean, things that if we expressed them freely, the world would call them extraordinary. But somewhere along the way, guess what happened? Life. We stumbled, we failed, and the people who loved us, those that had the very best intentions, well, those were the ones that told us to be careful. They told us to be realistic, to try something else. And slowly, quietly, that fire inside of us started to dim. What once felt limitless became cautious. What once felt bold became predictable. But, my friends, here's the good news, and I really want you to hear this. That genius has never left you. It's just been waiting for you to give it permission to come back. And today, we're going to talk about exactly how to do that, how to bring that genius back. What's the first step? And this one's big, so get this one very carefully. Forget everything in your past that you've ever done wrong. Let me say that again. Forget everything in your past that you've ever done wrong. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, that's easier said than done. And yes, it does take some real work. But consider this truth: mistakes of the past have killed more dreams than all of the wars in history combined. Think about that for a second. The graveyard is full of dreams that never got off the ground. Not because people lacked talent, not because their timing was wrong, but because they simply could not let go of their failures. But here's a reframe that changed everything for me, and it says simply this: a mistake defines an event, not a person. If you've ever looked at a stock disclaimer, if you've ever purchased stock before, you've seen the fine print on the bottom. It says, past performance is not a predictor of future performance. Well, that line exists on every investment document, but honestly, it belongs on something far more important. I mean, it belongs on your mirror. It belongs somewhere where you can see it every single morning. Because the liberating truth is simply this: you may have made a million mistakes in your past, at least a million, but you have not made a single mistake yet in your future. Your future is a clean slate. It's completely 100% untouched. And the only way to step into it is to stop dragging yesterday into it. So let it go. Not because the past doesn't matter, but because you matter more than your past. That's step one. Let's talk about step two. And this one might sting a little, but it needs to be said. And it's simply this: forget everyone who has ever told you what you cannot do. Let me say that again. Forget everyone who's ever told you what you cannot do. Here's something powerful to hold on to. Everything that was ever created carries within it the full strength of its source. Take a mighty oak tree. It's massive, it's big, it's seemingly immovable, but yet everything in it, its strength, it exists entirely within the tiny seed that it came from. All of that power, all of that potential packed into something so small that you could hold it in the palm of your hand. And the same is true for you. I tell the story often of the old of a farmer who found an eagle, as an egg, and he placed it inside of an incubator, and it produced a chicken that was bigger than the other chickens. And since he only raised chickens, that's all he knew, and he treated that strange looking bird as a chicken. And so one day a stranger came by and noticed this huge, magnificent bird scratching around the dirt with the rest of the chickens. And he said to the farmer, "Hey, why do you have that eagle living amongst your chickens?" And the farmer said, "He's been with these chickens his whole life. That's all he ever ate was chicken feed. And so a chicken is all that he'll ever be." Now, how many of us have lived that story? All of our lives, we've been told, you'll never amount to anything. You'll be just like so and so. You'll be just like so and so. And you know what? We believed it. We were eagles living amongst chickens. And then how many of us have accepted someone else's ceiling as our own? The only one who truly knows your limitation is the one who made you. That's God. And even then, we were told that all things are possible to those who believe. So if you want to rediscover your natural genius, and I know you do because you're here on this channel listening to me, you have to be willing to let go of the voices that only want to hold you down. Release them. Release them with love if possible, but release them because their opinion of you is not your reality. That's step one, step two, and now step three. And this one's my personal favorite. Don't forget to go forward with faith. More than anyone else in your life, you have to be the one that believes that you can do this thing that you want to do, even when the odds are stacked against you, even when the stats say that you can't do it otherwise. Let me share a story with you that stuck with me for 20 years. I was walking around a baseball diamond near my home in Alabama, and at the end of the far fence in front of home plate, I found this baseball that was covered up in red clay. It was clearly, some student. This was a high school. Some student, hit the ball over the fence, and it probably was a home run. Now, here's what's fascinating about baseball. Hitting a ball traveling at 90 miles per hour is widely considered one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. It's so hard, in fact, that if you can do it just 3 times out of 10, you're considered elite. You're considered exceptional. You're considered a master of your craft. Think about that. 3 out of 10. That means 7 times you don't even connect to the ball. And yet, the kid that hit this ball walked up to the plate that day and believed with everything within him that he was going to hit a home run. And you know what? He did. And that baseball became a symbol. It's sitting on my desk in a glass case now, still covered in red. It's a physical reminder that when I walk into everything that's hard, that I believe that I'm going to hit a home run, that I'm going to be successful, because belief is the fuel that makes it possible. So whatever your baseball looks like, whether your baseball is your business, whether your baseball is your health, whether your baseball is your relationship, whatever your dream is, it's your baseball. You walk up to that plate with the same conviction. I'm not talking about arrogance. I'm not talking about denial. I'm talking about walk up to that plate with faith. The kind of faith that says, I've done the work, I believe in what I'm capable of, and I'm stepping up and I'm going to swing. So here's where we land this plane. You were born with genius. Real genius, the kind that is entirely uniquely yours. Life may have told you otherwise. People may have tried to shrink you. Failures may have made you doubt. But none of that has the final word. You have the final word. So forget your past mistakes. They don't define you. Forget your naysayers. They don't know your ceilings. And never, ever forget to go forward with faith, because here's the thought that I want to leave with you today. And this is important. Many people have struck out believing that they could hit a home run, but very few people have ever hit a home run believing that they would strike out. So believe it, live it, and then go out swinging. Hey, this has been another message from the Live and Learn channel. I hope you got something out of this today. This channel is sponsored by the Is It Well app. Get yours today. Download on Google, download on the Apple App Store. Connect with 5 people when you're having a bad day. All you got to do with one tap is hit that tap, and immediately your 5 contacts are notified that you just need someone to contact you and encourage you. That's the Is It Well app. So visit and download today from the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Take care, and I hope to talk to you very soon again. Thank you.